Hello, everybody. Today we will discuss about one of my really focus with my trainees, which is something which makes me really crazy about the fit management of our pedals, and I propose this kind of exercise we created this week because of my trainees who were always looking their fit, and we called it the fit blind test. So today we will work about fitness, but talking only about foot. Next, are you ready for your training? Please take your favorite socks and we will try to warm up your feet and to work only about the management of pedals with our friends' feet. So next, what is important in ESD is that we have to control usually four actions, even if some of you are using the scope button for one pump or something. The most common usually is to have four foot pedals. And we know that dealing with these foot pedal which are not fixed on the floor is not so easy, and we sometimes have to look down to see our feet. And the problem when it's not fixed is that you can also move the pedals, which makes more difficult the fact of finding these pedals blindly. Also, one of our objectives is to keep the eyes on the screen. It's very important. I mean, we have a bleeding on the screen. What is important is to control the bleeding by seeing where it comes from. It's not about looking your feet to see exactly where the bleeding comes from. So the most you keep the eyes on the screen, the most chance you have to see the bleeding point and to control it without looking down and without moving the pedals with your foot while trying to find it. So this is an important point. Probably using a pedal fixator is something helpful to facilitate the brain connection with your feet to find it and to avoid mistakes and look down. We designed a few years ago a prospective randomized study about the pedal fixator with 8 experts and with trainees. For the experts, we counted the number of mistakes, look down, and replacement during the full procedure. And for the trainees, we did only 10 minutes of evaluation with or without the pedal fixator. We also evaluated the comfort. The result for the expert is important. There are 2 mistakes per hour of ESD, 7.7 look down per hour. While using a pedal fixator, we reduce from 7.7 to 2.2 look down per hour. So it's important to see that using this pedal fixator, your brain has more confidence to find the pedals without looking down. Same for the trainees, but we are only on 10 minutes, not per hour. On 10 minutes, it's 2.2 mistakes per 10 minutes against 0.6 and 3.9 look down per 10 minutes compared to 2.7. So it's really important to see this that the number of mistakes and look down is dramatically reduced by something which fix your pedals, but also that looking down is something very frequent because it's 4 times for only 10 minutes. So most of the trainees will lose a lot of time, concentration, adaptation because they look down their feet. Uh, so this is an example with Jean, one of our trainees who is really good now doing ESD. Also, it's his first year. So I was looking the procedure. We can see the vessel here, but unfortunately, we'll damage it without a clear control of it. And he begins to look down to see his feet. For the moment, it's okay. only once, it's the first time, he has to control where it goes. So the bleeding is a little difficult to control. And we can see that to wash and to find the pedal, it's not so clear. It's in between the pedals, and not so easy to have the good one precisely with a direct movement. Unfortunately, he will look down again. My patience has a limit, and for me, it begins to be difficult to say nothing. So still the procedure is ongoing. We are in the stomach, but once again, he looks down. It's not possible. So Jean, please be careful with looking your feet. Your eyes should be in the screen. But again,
Stop looking your feet.
I'm fed up with this looking down. The eyes should be on the screen. So, because of this, we designed a fit blind test. Because of Jean, we designed a fit blind test. No, not Jean, especially because many of our trainees are doing the same mistake, and it's difficult because sometimes the bleeding point is visible only 1 second. But if your eyes are on your foot and not on the screen, you will not see it and you will lose a lot of time and a lot of precise movement. So we designed this fit blind test. We use pads for animals, for dogs, using different colors and different pedals. You can record your voice into the device. So I did one with cutting, coagulation, flushing, and injection. And we designed exercise, one with a sequence of pedals like this. So Elena, our Italian fellow, is now following the sequence, and she has to push the pedals without looking down. The scope is into the skill box. It's just to have a scope in the end and to be in situation. And she has to follow the sequence, which is appearing on the screen with the different pedals succession. So successively, she has to push the pedals with a clear rhythm and to adapt herself to the sequence. This is the first episode, the first exercise. And the second one, which is similar, is the one with a sequence of ESD procedure where I put my screen with the pedals on the left, and she has to reproduce the same movement, looking the procedure and also the pedal succession on the left. So it's a work both to mentalize yourself doing an ESD, but following a sequence of pedal movement on the left. And Elena did it several times, and we can see that the succession of push is progressively really more continuous and more precise, with a precise finding of the pedals without any looking down. So to improve your efficacy, blind control of foot pedals is important. To keep the screen under control with your eyes should be on the screen. But once again, training is needed for such a technical skill, a technical trick to always find the pedal with your brain and not with your eyes. So please train yourself. And after this episode, you will find the sequence of pedals and the movie of one ESD with the foot pedal sequence independently from this episode, so you can reproduce alone this exercise in your practice. Thank you very much, and see you soon on ESD School or in Endogastro Live.